Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Super excited today. We have a huge collaboration. We have about 11 or 12 YouTubers for this Smartphone of the Year award, basically listening to their opinions on what they think the Smartphone of the Year is and why. Now, there's no discrimination on this channel. Don't care how small your channel is. We do not look down on small channels. You'll all get your chance. We'll all hear your voice, your opinions as well. And this is what I think I'm going to do going forward. Every year, I'm going to give, doesn't matter how big my channel gets, give the smaller channels, a voice. Get them on this video. 100 subscribers, don't care. 500, don't care. Everyone has a voice and an opinion, and it's great that we can hear them all as well. And obviously, if I can, I'll try and get some of the big tubers as well. And in a minute, you are going to hear my opinion on my Smartphone of the Year award. But I just want to say this, that unfortunately, because I was happy with the YouTubers that I got for this collaboration and the sort of the blend of the small, medium and large, I had to reject MKBHD's and Mr. Who's Boss application. So, my Smartphone of the Year 2021. Firstly, I just want to mention that I could have easily have chosen the Mi 11 Ultra. This is probably second place. It is second place. Such an incredible smartphone. The camera was, or is, really, really good. The amazing design, that AMOLED display at the back was pretty neat. Can't wait to see what the Mi 12 Ultra is going to be like. It's quite exciting. They definitely pulled out the bag this year. This is a tremendous phone, but on my sort of morals and views and opinions, I still think £1,000 is still a bit too much to pay for a smartphone. That's just so close. I also could have chosen Pixel 6 Pro. This is my daily driver. Camera, again, excellent. Video quality has improved so much compared to the Pixel 5. Design, power, the Tensor chip as well, they've implemented that great. Battery life has even improved compared to previous Pixels. Software is great, but the fingerprint sensor is something that lets me down a lot. It's just unreliable and slow at the same time. And sometimes when you need to get into your phone quickly, I mean, it doesn't even have Face ID either. Whether that's coming in the future update, I don't know. But yeah, that's let me down. So I decided this year to choose something that, a phone that the majority of people could probably afford. It's a phone for the people. And for me, it's the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro. Absolutely love that phone. I reviewed it as well this year. You can check that out in the card above there as well to see in more detail. But the phone at the price point, it had the performance, it had the 120Hz AMOLED display, which was amazing, especially at that time as well, early in the year. Fantastic build quality. I loved the back of it. It wasn't really too reflective and glossy. It wasn't really a fingerprint magnet either. It just felt good in the hand. Battery life was excellent as well. And you capture some good pictures and videos as well. It does a decent job. Overall, a nice rounded package at an affordable price. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro. And the fingerprint sensor on the side works perfectly 100% of the time. The perfect place for me personally where a fingerprint sensor should be, integrated with the power button. So yeah, this year, the Redmi Note 10 Pro. Congratulations. Okay, now it's time to listen to the other tech YouTubers' opinions on what their Smartphone of the Year is. We have loads to get through. I really hope you enjoy it. And kicking us off is the crisp and clean Roger from Life of Tech. Enjoy.
Hey guys, I'm Roger from the channel Life of Tech. I've just realised that I don't have a Christmas tree in here, and it's Christmas, so that should do the job. But Paul, thank you very much for asking me to be part of this video. Yeah, sure, I'll tell you what my favourite handset is of 2021, my favourite smartphone. So I've looked at Xiaomi handsets this year. My favourite Xiaomi handset probably was the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro, but I've also looked at Poco handsets. Some of them have been really cool, but actually I have gone back to the iPhone 13. Now, in previous years, I've used like the Pro Max model, bigger model, but this year I decided to have a look at the iPhone 13, just the standard model, and I'm really enjoying the size of that particular phone. I think it's really nice. But that's not to say that that's the best phone that's come out this year. It's a great phone, but there have been lots of really good smartphones this year. And you know something? I've got a feeling that 2022 is going to be quite exciting. But anyway, thank you very much for having me on, Paul, and I'll see you soon.
Hi guys, my name is Imtiaaz and I have a channel called Imtinet where I cover any technology that takes my fancy. First of all, shout out to Paul for letting me be a part of this collab. And my favourite smartphone of 2021 is this, the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I've been a lifelong Android user, so this is a bit of a change for me. But this year I finally decided to take a switch and go for the 13 Pro Max. I am an Apple user and everything else. I have a couple of Macs and until recently I did have an iPad as well. It really is true what they say about the lock-in and it's really worked well for me so far. Having stuff like AirDrop for quick file transfers, universal clipboard, even to basic stuff like my SMS syncing over to my Mac over iCloud, just so I can get two-factor authentication codes really quick. You know, just little things like that. Everything just works perfectly. And as a Mac user, all those things have become invaluable. Another thing I love is the big beautiful 120Hz screen. ProMotion is great and high refresh rate screens are one of the last things holding me on Android, so having that over here on iOS is really great. And probably one of the biggest things that I love about the phone, the battery life. I cannot kill this thing. No matter what I do to the phone, I always get to the end of the day with a healthy bit of battery left on the phone. Like, look at it now. It's, 12 past midnight here. My day started at about 8 AM and I've got 68% battery left. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Obviously, it's been a light day. The fact is the phone just sips battery and it can easily be a 2-day phone for most people. So yeah, so those are the things that I love about the phone. And once again, thanks to Paul for letting me be a part of this and hopefully catch you guys soon.
For me, the best phone of 2021 has to be, without question, the Z Fold 3. Yes, there are better phones out there when it comes to specs, cameras, there are phones with a longer lasting battery life, but when it comes to a device that's actually changed the way I use my phone, a device that is completely different and refreshing from the same old design and form factor that I've had for the last 10 to 15 years, there's nothing that compares to Z Fold 3. I'm just using this for a short amount of time now, with its extra software features to take advantage of the folding display. That's why I believe folding phones genuinely are the future, and this is the phone to have right now. Even though there are new folding phones coming to the market, they just don't compete on the software that the Z Fold 3 can offer. And to me, that's the important part of the folding phone. Anyone could make a folding display, anyone could have that outer display as well, but it's taking advantage of the fold using the software. That's the key component, and that's what's made me change my habits and the way I use my phone. That's why this is a winner for me.
Hey everybody, so this is Ben from Ben's Gadget Reviews, and I'm very honored to be a part of Paul's collaboration. He wanted me to name my best phone of 2021. Now this one's a little bit tough for me because I use a lot of phones and I have several favorite phones, but I've managed to narrow it down to one. But first, let's go over the runners up. So I really like the Vivo X70 Pro Plus because in my opinion, this phone is the best camera system of the year. However, I'm not a big fan of this phone's back material and the software is not as polished as, say, the Google Pixel 6 Pro. And I think this phone looks a little bit better than the Vivo X70 Pro Plus. So I really enjoy using this phone too because it has, in my opinion, the second best camera system of the year, just behind the Vivo device. And I'm a big fan of what Google has done with the software this year. I was not a fan of the Pixel launcher before, but Google's really made the Pixel launcher have a lot of personality. It's whimsical, it looks good, it's very customizable. My favorite feature are the intelligent features that are exclusive to this phone. Like for example, the voice typing on this thing, it's uncanny. It's the best voice typing I've ever used. However, my favorite phone of the year is gonna have to be a foldable because I'm ultimately a full believer of foldable phones. I think they're the future of smartphones. So my favorite phone of the year is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 because this phone, let's just face it, the camera system on this phone is a little bit mediocre. It's definitely not as good as the Pixel 6 Pro or the Vivo X70 Pro Plus, but this phone changes how I use a phone. I'm someone who multitasks a lot and I just love the ability to, I need to read a long document. Let me open it up and I have a much larger canvas to read. And also flex mode, which is the ability for the phone to stay halfway folded like this, is freaking ingenious. This allows me to film myself if I put this phone on a table. It serves as its own tripod. So that's about it for my favorite phones of 2021. Thank you to Paul of Geeky Stuff for having me on. Take care, everybody.
What's up guys, I'm Benjy from BenObi Tech, and my favorite smartphone of 2021 has been the iPhone 13 mini. And I think this is such an underrated smartphone. It's everything the iPhone 13 is, but in a smaller form factor that's cheaper as well. And I love everything about this. I love the size. I love the screen. It's amazing. I love Face ID. I love the cameras. I love the colors. There's so much I love about it. Now, granted, the battery life may not be as good as like the iPhone 13 or even the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which is an absolute beast. This has everything you would want in a smartphone in a small form factor that you can't really find anywhere else. And that's why my favorite smartphone this year is the iPhone 13 mini. Thank you, Paul, for letting me be a part of your collaboration. If you guys are interested in subscribing to my channel, I'm sure the link will be in the description below. But I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey, what is good, people? Ben from Lover of Tech. Hope everyone is doing well on the Geeky Stuff channel. And thank you for having me on this collab and everyone else that is on here as well. And pretty much as we are rounding up this year for smartphone of the year, my choice is simple. It is the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. And yeah, this phone, 14th of January 2021, is what kickstarted the flagships for 2021. And I feel like it's almost easily forgotten how well-rounded this device is when it comes to what a complete all-rounder phone should be. From great hardware on the cameras, software, a great build quality that's unique and solid, nice matte finish with these phantom black ones and just the phantom colors in general, a great display. Everything about this phone just screams having a well-rounded experience when using it. And yeah, sometimes it's easily forgotten. When it does it so well, you kind of forget how good it is. My choice is definitely the Galaxy S21 Ultra. That's it for me, man. Thank you for having me on the collab and hope everyone else is safe. Enjoy your Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see you next time.
Hey Paul, thank you for having me on your channel. Now my favorite phone for 2021 has to be the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. I used it for the longest period of time in 2021, even though I used a lot of other phones in between. Firstly, the price of the device is around $300 and what you are getting is almost a steal. We have a 6.6-inch AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. It has a peak brightness of 1200 nits outdoors. The device is made of glass at the back and front. We also have Gorilla Glass 5 protecting the device. The fingerprint sensor is by the side and it's quite fast. The phone runs on Android 11 and MIUI 12 and that's where I had little problems with the device. The software feels heavy and the animations are not the best. The Snapdragon 732 is the chipset and performance is solid. The primary camera here is 108 megapixel and man, it takes really great detailed photos. We also have a 16 megapixel selfie camera that does a great job. Battery is 5000 mAh and it can last a whole day, but it drains significantly with the high refresh rate turned on. Thanks once again and I wish everyone a happy holidays.
Hi everyone, I'm Jermaine, or basically concept creator, and when Geeky Stuff asked me what is my favorite phone of 2021, that was an easy but also a very hard question. Now technically, if I'm cheating, I would definitely say that the Sony Xperia 5 Mark II is my favorite phone because I bought that in 2021. Not sure if that counts. Yes? No? You decide. But if I would have to say a phone from 2021, you think it's the S21? No, it's the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. This is definitely a beast that I've enjoyed using. This is a great phone to have. Yes, still, the headphone jack matters to me, and this doesn't have that. Expandable memory, this doesn't have that. But apart from that, just the overall use of the phone is really solid. Software though, could still use some work, especially updates. Either way, thank you Geeky Stuff for, of course, allowing me to be a part of your video. But yeah, as stated, Mi 11 Ultra is definitely my favorite phone of 2021 when it comes to phones being released in 2020. Anyway, have a good one.
Hey, what's up? It's Ayodeji from ACUMEN, and I have been asked to tell you what my favorite smartphone of the year 2021 is. Now, I didn't get to use a lot of smartphones day to day in 2021 or even review a lot of them, but I gotta say, my favorite device of year 2021 is the one I'm currently shooting this video on, which is the iPhone 13 Pro. The iPhone 13 Pro just has a camera that rivals the DSLR. I use it to shoot all my videos, and I must say, I don't see myself getting a camera anytime soon. If iPhone's camera are this good. So the main reason I love the iPhone 13 Pro and I use it every day is mainly because of the camera and the improved battery, because the battery on the 12 Pro and the 12 were just terrible. Thanks for having me on your channel, Paul. I'll catch you guys in another one, or on my channel, you know.
Hi there everyone, it's Dave here from the channel Dave West Media. I hope we're all doing well. So first of all, thanks very much Paul for allowing me to be part of your end of year collab video. And I will say straight off is that I haven't had the chance to use as many handsets as some other channels have, but I have had my hands on some really notable handsets for 2021. And the first notable mention goes to the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3, a really smart and really good handset from Samsung. Whilst it does bring anything new to the table in terms of camera software or One UI software, there are some sort of foldable exclusive features in there. But the standout for me is the build quality and the overall design of the phone. Just that fun factor of having this little foldable compact device which opens up into a huge expansive display is a brilliant idea, and it's really well implemented with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. Of course there can be improvements made, but it does show Samsung at the top of their game in terms of design and features for the foldable market. But I suppose for the favourite phone of this year, and this is probably the biggest surprise which I was not expecting, having never used a handset from this manufacturer before, I really didn't know what to expect. But it is the OnePlus 9 Pro's sister from another mister, the Oppo Find X3 Pro. I was not expecting this level of performance and enjoyment from a handset. From the moment I picked it up, I knew straight away that this was a really, really good phone. And I suppose the key to its goodness, if you like, is the fact that you just can't put it down. It's the phone that I reach for every day. I'm recording this on a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which is a great phone, but just the usability factor and the smooth software. It's got a good form factor as well. It's nice to put in and out of your pocket. It's light. It's got decent battery life, and the performance issues I found with the OnePlus 9 Pro don't seem to be evident with the Oppo Find X3 Pro. And one key feature which I really love, as you probably know me by now, is the cameras. They are phenomenal. They are absolutely brilliant. I was not expecting it to be this good, and it clearly shows that the Oppo OnePlus partnership could bring some benefits to the OnePlus table in terms of camera software, because this really is a fantastic camera software experience, and one which I hope will trickle down to OnePlus devices next year when we see the partnership bear fruit, so to speak. So that is my rundown of my favourite phones for this year. Once again, thanks to Paul for allowing me to be part of this video, and thanks Roger for putting us all to shame with your amazing video quality. Merry Christmas everyone. I shall speak to you very soon.
Hey guys, Leah here from Glamour Gadgets and Gaming by Leah, and thank you Paul for having me on your channel. Now this year we've seen so many great innovative smartphones, and not only flagships but superb mid-range and budget phones too. But my favourite smartphone of 2021 has to be my daily driver since around October. Of course, the Google Pixel 6 Pro. And guys, there's so much to love about this phone. I love the design and build. The beautiful 120Hz display, which is large with high pixel density of 512 ppi. We have IP68 rating, Android version 12, 5000 mAh battery, and there's so much to love about this phone. And of course, not forgetting the Google Tensor chipset, which surprised and impressed me with its powerful performance, and there's nothing I cannot do on this smartphone. It's definitely giving me the flagship performance that I was hoping for, and it meets all my smartphone needs. And I don't need to tell you how good the camera is. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my videos on the phone, and I sure will be sharing a more detailed review and my long-term thoughts of the Google Pixel 6 Pro on my channel soon. Thanks again Paul for having me on your channel. Happy Christmas and a very happy new year to you and all the lovely peeps watching this video. Until the next one guys, take care, stay safe, bye.
Hi guys, it's ASBYT on Geeky Stuff. Thanks very much for having me on your channel and wanting my opinion on what I think are the best smartphones, or the best smartphone of 2021, the year just gone. I have three phones on the table in front of me just here, and they are all flagships. Now, I haven't gone into best budget phone or best mid-range phone, but if you did want to go down those roads, there have been brilliant phones from the likes of Poco, OnePlus with the Nord line, for example, and also companies like Realme and Honor, etc. They have made some brilliant budget and mid-range devices this year. But flagship phones here, I have three, like I said. The first one, and it's on the list because I have to use an iPhone for comparisons to Android phones, for reference, for things that simply iPhones do that Android necessarily doesn't, and vice versa. I have one of each. I have the best iPhone of a certain year, like I said, the Pro Max model, and I have the best Android phone in my opinion, and that will obviously change throughout the year. The reason why I like the iPhone, brilliant camera, subjectively, color temperature aside, great video, great build quality, upgraded display. Still comically too wide in my opinion, the Pro Max anyway. I do wish they made it thinner, narrower, but nevertheless it is the best iPhone in my opinion. The battery life is absolutely incredible, still the one to beat for me. But the next one on the list also is very, very good for battery. And on top of that, you also have the, as you would guess, brilliant camera as we've come to expect over the years. It is the Google Pixel, the Google Pixel 6 Pro. If you did see my videos on this phone, you will know that I had high hopes for this device because I knew that they'd upgraded the hardware from the camera to the display to the design overall. I think all those areas in the battery, like I mentioned, those were the areas that I think it needed to improve on and has always let itself down, especially battery and especially design. And they have absolutely nailed it with the 6 Pro. Potential downsides are, I still feel that Android 12 for some reason isn't quite optimized just yet. I am getting still app crashes every now and again, which shouldn't happen. I will hold my hands up. They should have fixed it by now, in my opinion. Hopefully that will come. And another thing I don't like is to do with unlocking the phone. A lot of people have talked about the in-display fingerprint scanner. That, to be perfectly honest, that to me hasn't really bothered me. I haven't found it to be that bad, but I don't like the fact that it doesn't have Face Unlock. Again, it's something that is very strange that it doesn't have and could easily have. Every other phone pretty much has Face Unlock as well. I feel you should have to have both, just like I feel you should have Touch ID on the iPhone as well as Face ID. But I currently do not use the Pixel 6 Pro as my daily driver on the Android side because I smashed the actual phone. Would you look at that? Up there in the corner. I was on a stag do. I probably was enjoying myself a little bit too much and I dropped it. And yeah, I've not got round to fixing that yet. So what phone am I using on the Android side currently? Well, I have just done a big unboxing ecosystem review of the latest from Oppo. And we have the Oppo Find X3 Pro here, which is currently what I'm using as my daily Android driver because of that video. It is a great phone. It's not necessarily the newest. It came out a few months back now, back earlier this year. The camera is pretty decent. Love the design. Battery life is okay, not the best, but it's certainly competitive. But I would, like I said, still be using the Google Pixel 6 Pro personally if I hadn't smashed the display. Overall, some great phones in 2021 we have seen. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. And thanks again, Geeky Stuff, for having me on your channel. It's been a pleasure. And everyone have a wonderful Christmas. It's ASBYT. Peace out.
So that is it. I want to give a huge thanks to everyone who who gave their time and sent the clips over for this collaboration. There's some interesting choices there as well. A couple of Galaxy Folds in there, some iPhones as well. So there's a nice mixture. And this video might give you an idea on, maybe push you towards what sort of phone you should buy. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this content. Check the other guys' channels out in the description below. That'll be fantastic. If you enjoyed this content, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Have a happy new year. Thanks.